Today, I want to talk to you about a profound truth that resonates deeply within the human experience. Trusting God even when life doesn't make sense. We all encounter moments when the path ahead seems shrouded in darkness, when the trials we face appear insurmountable, and when the very fabric of our lives feels torn apart. In these moments, it is essential to remember that our understanding is limited, but God's wisdom is infinite. Life is a journey filled with twists and turns, and often we find ourselves standing at crossroads, unsure of which way to go. It is in these moments of uncertainty that we must lean into our faith. Trusting God is not merely a passive act. It is a bold declaration that we believe in a purpose greater than ourselves. When we face challenges that seem senseless, we must remind ourselves that every experience, every trial serves a divine purpose. It is through these experiences that we are shaped, molded, and prepared for the destiny that awaits us. Fear can be a powerful adversary, whispering doubts and insecurities into our hearts, but I urge you to choose faith over fear. Trusting God means believing that He is in control even when the world around us feels chaotic. It means holding on to the promise that He is working all things together for our good, even when we cannot see the outcome. Remember, faith is not the absence of fear, it is the courage to move forward despite it. Perspective is a powerful tool. When we shift our focus from our immediate struggles to the bigger picture, we begin to see the lessons hidden within our trials. Each challenge is an opportunity for growth, a chance to develop resilience and strength. Embrace the discomfort, for it is often in the discomfort that we find our greatest breakthroughs. Patience is another vital component of trust. In a world that demands instant gratification, we must learn to wait on God's timing. His timing is perfect, and while we may be eager to see results, we must trust that He knows what is best for us. The waiting period is not a time of inactivity, it is a time of preparation. God is preparing us for what lies ahead, and in that preparation, we must remain steadfast in our faith. Uncertainty is a part of life that we cannot escape. Instead of fearing it, let us embrace it. Embracing uncertainty allows us to surrender our need for control and to rely on God's wisdom. It is in the unknown that we often discover the depth of our faith. When we let go of our expectations and trust in God's plan, we open ourselves to possibilities beyond our imagination. In times of struggle, the strength of community cannot be underestimated. Surround yourself with those who uplift and encourage you. A supportive community can help reinforce your trust in God, reminding you that you are not alone in your journey. Together we can navigate the storms of life, sharing our burdens and celebrating our victories. Let us hold on to the promise of hope. Even in the darkest moments, trusting God brings light into our lives. Hope is the anchor for our souls, reminding us that there is a plan for our lives that transcends our current understanding. When life doesn't make sense, let hope be your guiding star, illuminating the path ahead. So, my friends, as you navigate the complexities of life, remember to trust God, even when the road is unclear. Embrace the journey, for it is in the journey that we find our purpose, our strength, and our faith. Trust in the one who knows the end from the beginning, and let that trust guide you through every storm, understanding divine purpose. Life is a tapestry woven with threads of joy, sorrow, triumph, and struggle. Each thread represents an experience, a moment that contributes to the larger picture of our existence. When we encounter challenges that seem senseless, it is easy to become disheartened, to question the very fabric of our lives. However, It is crucial to recognize that every experience, no matter how painful or confusing, serves a greater purpose in the divine plan. Consider the story of a master artist. When creating a masterpiece, the artist often employs a variety of colors, textures, and techniques. Some strokes may appear chaotic or out of place, but when viewed from a distance, they contribute to a breathtaking work of art. Similarly, our lives are crafted by a divine hand that sees the entire canvas, even when we are focused on a single brush stroke. Each challenge we face is a deliberate part of the design intended to shape us, teach us, and prepare us for what lies ahead. Understanding divine purpose requires a shift in perspective. It invites us to look beyond our immediate circumstances and to trust that there is a reason for everything we endure. This perspective does not diminish our pain or struggles. Rather, it empowers us to find meaning in them. When we view our challenges through the lens of purpose, we begin to see them as opportunities for growth. They become stepping stones on our journey, leading us closer to our true selves and our ultimate destiny. Moreover, divine purpose often unfolds in ways we cannot predict. We may find ourselves in situations that seem unjust or incomprehensible, yet these very situations can lead to profound transformation. Think of the trials faced by great leaders, visionaries, and change makers throughout history. Many of them encountered significant obstacles that appeared insurmountable at the time. Yet it was through these challenges that they discovered their strength, resilience, and capacity for greatness. Their experiences became the foundation for their impact on the world. In our own lives, we may not always understand why we face certain hardships. We may grapple with feelings of confusion, anger, or despair. Yet it is in these moments of struggle that we are often called to dig deeper, to seek understanding, and to cultivate our faith. Trusting in divine purpose means believing that there is a plan at work even when we cannot see it. It means surrendering our need for immediate answers and allowing ourselves to be guided by a higher wisdom. Additionally, understanding divine purpose invites us to embrace the interconnectedness of our experiences. Our lives are not isolated. They are part of a larger narrative that includes the lives of others. The challenges we face may not only serve our personal growth, but also have a ripple effect on those around us. Our resilience in the face of adversity can inspire others to persevere in their own struggles. In this way, our experiences contribute to a collective journey, one that is rich with lessons and opportunities for connection. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remain open to the idea that every experience, no matter how difficult, is a thread in the divine tapestry. By embracing this understanding, we can cultivate a sense of hope and purpose, even in the midst of uncertainty. We can trust that we are being shaped for something greater, that our lives are part of a divine plan that is unfolding in ways we may not yet comprehend. In this trust, we find strength, resilience, and the courage to move forward, knowing that we are never alone on this journey. Faith over fear. In the journey of life, we often find ourselves standing at the crossroads of faith and fear. These two forces are powerful, and they can shape our thoughts, actions, and ultimately our destinies. Trusting God requires us to make a conscious choice to embrace faith over fear. This choice is not always easy, especially when we are confronted with uncertainty, adversity, or overwhelming challenges. Yet, it is in these very moments that our faith can shine the brightest. Fear is a natural human response. It can arise from the unknown, from past experiences, or from the weight of our current circumstances. It whispers doubts into our minds, telling us that we are not enough, that we cannot overcome, and that we are alone in our struggles. Fear can paralyze us, keeping us from taking the steps necessary to move forward. It can cloud our judgment, leading us to make decisions based on anxiety rather than trust. However, we must remember that fear is not the end of the story. It is merely a chapter in our lives. Choosing faith over fear means recognizing that we have the power to shift our focus. Faith is the assurance that despite the chaos around us, there is a greater plan at work. It is the belief that God is sovereign, that He is in control, and that He cares deeply for each of us. When we choose faith, we are not denying the reality of our fears. Rather, we are acknowledging them and deciding to place our trust in something far greater than ourselves. This act of choosing faith is transformative. It allows us to rise above our circumstances and to see them through a different lens. When we trust in God, we open ourselves to the possibility of hope, healing, and renewal. We begin to understand that our challenges are not insurmountable obstacles, but rather opportunities for growth and transformation. Faith empowers us to take bold steps forward, even when the path is unclear. Moreover, faith is not a passive state. It is an active engagement with the divine. It requires us to seek God earnestly, to pray, to meditate, and to immerse ourselves in His Word. When we cultivate a relationship with God, we begin to understand His character and His promises. We learn that He is faithful, that He has never abandoned us, and that He walks with us through every storm. This deepening relationship strengthens our faith and equips us to face our fears with courage. In moments of chaos, it is essential to remember the stories of those who have gone before us. Individuals who faced tremendous challenges yet chose faith over fear. Think of the great leaders, the pioneers of change, and the everyday heroes who have inspired us. They did not allow fear to dictate their actions. Instead, they leaned into their faith, trusting that they were part of a larger narrative. Their stories remind us that faith can move mountains, that it can ignite change, and that it can lead us to places we never thought possible. Choosing faith over fear also means surrounding ourselves with a community of believers who uplift and encourage us. In times of doubt, we can draw strength from one another, sharing our experiences and reminding each other of God's faithfulness. Together, we can create an environment where faith flourishes, where we support one another in our journeys, and where we collectively choose to trust in God's plan. Ultimately, the choice between faith and fear is a daily decision. It is a commitment to trust God, even when the world around us seems chaotic and uncertain. It is a declaration that we believe in His goodness, His mercy, and His ability to bring beauty from ashes. When we choose faith, we are not only transforming our own lives, we are also becoming beacons of hope for others. We become living testimonies of what it means to trust in God, even in the face of fear. In this journey, we discover that faith is not just a belief. It is a way of life, a powerful force that propels us forward into the fullness of what God has in store for us. The power of perspective. Perspective is a powerful lens through which we view our lives and experiences. It shapes our understanding of the world, influences our emotions, and ultimately determines how we respond to the challenges we face. When we encounter struggles, it is all too easy to become consumed by our immediate circumstances, allowing fear, frustration, and despair to cloud our vision. However, shifting our perspective can illuminate the path ahead, helping us to see beyond our current difficulties and recognize the valuable lessons and growth opportunities they present. Imagine standing at the base of a towering mountain. From this vantage point, the peak may seem insurmountable and the climb ahead appears daunting. However, if we were to ascend the mountain and reach a higher vantage point, we would gain a broader view of the landscape. We would see not only the challenges of the climb, but also the beauty of the valleys below, the paths that lead to new destinations, and the strength we have developed along the way. This metaphor illustrates the importance of perspective in our lives. When we shift our viewpoint, we can transform our understanding of our struggles. One of the most profound aspects of perspective is its ability to reveal the lessons hidden within our challenges. Every struggle carries with it the potential for growth, wisdom, and resilience. When we approach our difficulties with an open heart and a willingness to learn, we begin to uncover insights that can shape our character and guide our future decisions. For instance, a setback in our career may initially feel like a failure, but upon reflection, it can reveal areas for improvement, ignite new passions, or lead us to unexpected opportunities. By reframing our struggles as lessons, we empower ourselves to grow and evolve. Moreover, shifting our perspective allows us to cultivate gratitude even in the midst of adversity. When we focus solely on what is going wrong, we can easily overlook the blessings that surround us. However, by intentionally seeking out the positive aspects of our situation, we can foster a sense of appreciation that transforms our mindset. Gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance, reminding us of the resources, relationships, and experiences that enrich our lives. This shift not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also equips us to face our challenges with renewed strength and optimism. Perspective also plays a crucial role in how we relate to others. When we are mired in our struggles, it can be easy to become self-centered, viewing our challenges as the most significant issues in the world. However, by shifting our focus outward, we can recognize that everyone is facing their own battles. This understanding fosters empathy and compassion, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level. When we share our experiences and listen to the stories of those around us, we create a supportive community that uplifts and encourages one another. In this way, our struggles can become a source of connection rather than isolation. Additionally, embracing a broader perspective can help us see the transient nature of our difficulties. Life is a series of seasons, and just as winter gives way to spring, our struggles are often temporary. When we remind ourselves that challenges are not permanent fixtures, but rather passing moments, we can approach them with a sense of hope and resilience. This understanding encourages us to persevere, knowing that brighter days are ahead. It allows us to cultivate patience and trust in the process, recognizing that growth often occurs in the midst of discomfort. Shifting our perspective empowers us to take ownership of our narratives. We are not merely victims of our circumstances, we are active participants in our stories. By reframing our struggles as opportunities for growth, we reclaim our agency and choose how we respond to adversity. This shift in mindset enables us to approach challenges with a sense of purpose and determination, knowing that we have the power to shape our own destinies. In essence, the power of perspective lies in its ability to transform our understanding of our experiences. By shifting our viewpoint, we can see beyond our immediate struggles and recognize the lessons, growth opportunities, and connections that await us. This transformation is not merely a change in thought. It is a profound shift in how we engage with life itself. When we embrace the power of perspective, we unlock the potential for resilience, gratitude, and growth, allowing us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and strength. The role of patience. Patience is often described as a virtue, but in the context of trusting God, it becomes a profound act of faith. In a world that thrives on immediacy and instant gratification, the call to be patient can feel countercultural and challenging. Yet trusting God requires us to embrace patience, recognizing that His timing is perfect and that we may not always see the full picture right away. This understanding can transform our approach to life's challenges and deepen our relationship with the divine. At its core, patience is about surrendering our desire for control. We live in a society that encourages us to take charge of our destinies, to push for results, and to demand answers. However, trusting God invites us to release that need for control and to lean into His wisdom. It is an acknowledgement that we are part of a larger narrative, one that is intricately woven by a Creator who sees the beginning from the end. When we practice patience, we are essentially saying, I trust that God knows what is best for me, even when I cannot see it. Understanding the role of patience also involves recognizing that growth often occurs in the waiting. Just as a seed must be buried in the ground and nurtured before it can sprout, our dreams and aspirations often require time to develop. In moments of waiting, we are given the opportunity to cultivate our character, deepen our faith, and prepare ourselves for what is to come. Patience teaches us resilience, fortitude, and the ability to endure challenges with grace. It is in these waiting periods that we often discover our true strength and learn valuable lessons about ourselves and our relationship with God. Moreover, patience allows us to develop a deeper sense of trust in God's plan. When we are faced with uncertainty, it is easy to become anxious and restless. However, by choosing to be patient, we shift our focus from our immediate concerns to the assurance that God is at work behind the scenes. This trust is not blind. It is rooted in the understanding that God is faithful and that He has a purpose for our lives. As we wait, we can remind ourselves of the times when God has come through for us in the past, reinforcing our belief that He will do so again. In addition, patience fosters a spirit of humility. It reminds us that we are not the center of the universe and that our timelines may not align with God's. This humility allows us to approach life with an open heart, ready to receive whatever comes our way. It encourages us to seek God's guidance and to be receptive to His leading, rather than insisting on our own way. In this way, patience becomes a pathway to deeper intimacy with God, as we learn to rely on Him rather than our own understanding. Furthermore, the role of patience extends beyond our personal journeys. It also influences our relationships with others. When we practice patience, we cultivate empathy and understanding. We become more attuned to the struggles of those around us, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey and may be facing challenges we cannot see. This awareness fosters compassion and strengthens our connections with others, creating a supportive community where we can uplift one another in times of need. Patience also teaches us the value of timing. There are moments in life when we may feel compelled to act, to push forward, or to make decisions. However, trusting God means understanding that there are times when waiting is the most powerful action we can take. It is in these moments of stillness that we can hear God's voice more clearly, discern His guidance, and align our actions with His will. By embracing patience, we learn to wait for the right moment, allowing God to orchestrate the events of our lives in ways that we could never have imagined. Patience is a testament to our faith. It is a declaration that we believe in God's goodness, His timing, and His ability to bring about His promises. When we choose to be patient, we are actively participating in the unfolding of God's plan, trusting that He is working all things together for our good. This act of faith not only strengthens our relationship with God, but also serves as a powerful witness to those around us. In a world that often seeks quick fixes and immediate results, our patience can inspire others to trust in God's timing as well. In essence, the role of patience in trusting God is multifaceted and deeply enriching. It invites us to surrender our need for control, to embrace the growth that comes from waiting, and to cultivate a deeper trust in God's perfect timing. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember that patience is not merely a passive state. It is an active expression of our faith, a powerful force that can transform our lives and the lives of those around us. Embracing uncertainty. Life is a journey filled with twists and turns, and one of the most profound truths we must confront is that uncertainty is an inherent part of that journey. No matter how much we plan, prepare, or strategize, the future remains unpredictable. This reality can evoke feelings of anxiety, fear, and discomfort. However, embracing uncertainty can lead to a deeper faith and a more profound reliance on God's wisdom. It is in the acceptance of the unknown that we often find the greatest opportunities for growth and transformation. To embrace uncertainty is to acknowledge that we do not have all the answers. It requires humility and a willingness to let go of our need for control. In a world that often promotes the idea that we can and should have everything figured out, this acceptance can feel counterintuitive. Yet, when we recognize that we are not meant to navigate life alone, we open ourselves to the possibility of divine guidance. Trusting in God means surrendering our desire to know every detail of our journey and instead placing our faith in His perfect plan. Uncertainty can also serve as a catalyst for deeper faith. When we face situations that are beyond our understanding, we are often compelled to seek God more earnestly. In moments of doubt and confusion, we turn to prayer, scripture, and community for support and guidance. This seeking creates a dynamic relationship with God, one that is built on trust and reliance. As we navigate the unknown, we learn to lean on Him, to listen for His voice, and to follow His lead. This deepening relationship fosters a faith that is resilient and grounded, capable of withstanding the storms of life. Moreover, embracing uncertainty allows us to cultivate a sense of adventure in our lives. When we release our grip on the need for certainty, we become open to new experiences, opportunities, and possibilities. Life becomes less about rigid plans and more about exploration and discovery. This shift in mindset encourages us to step outside of our comfort zones, to take risks, and to embrace the unexpected. In doing so, we often find that some of our most meaningful experiences arise from moments we could not have anticipated. In addition, uncertainty can lead to personal growth and development. When we are faced with the unknown, we are often pushed to confront our fears, insecurities, and limitations. This confrontation can be uncomfortable, but it is also an opportunity for transformation. As we navigate uncertainty, we learn to adapt, to be flexible, and to develop resilience. We discover strengths we did not know we possessed and gain insights that shape our character. This growth is not only beneficial for our personal journeys, but also equips us to support and encourage others who may be facing their own uncertainty. Embracing uncertainty also fosters a spirit of gratitude. When we let go of the need to control every aspect of our lives, we become more attuned to the present moment. We learn to appreciate the beauty of life as it unfolds, rather than fixating on what we cannot predict. This mindfulness allows us to find joy in the small things, to celebrate the unexpected blessings, and to recognize the divine hand at work in our lives. Gratitude becomes a powerful antidote to fear, reminding us that even in uncertainty, there is much to be thankful for. Furthermore, embracing uncertainty can strengthen our relationships with others. When we acknowledge that we are all navigating the unknown together, we cultivate empathy and compassion. We become more willing to share our struggles and vulnerabilities, creating a sense of community and connection. In the shared experience of uncertainty, we can support one another, offering encouragement and understanding. This collective journey fosters a sense of belonging and reinforces the idea that we are not alone in our challenges. Embracing uncertainty invites us to trust in God's wisdom. It is a reminder that while we may not see the full picture, God does. His understanding transcends our limited perspective, and His plans for us are rooted in love and purpose. When we embrace uncertainty, we affirm our belief that God is sovereign and that He is working all things together for our good. This trust allows us to face the unknown with courage and hope, knowing that we are held in the hands of a loving Creator. In essence, embracing uncertainty is a transformative practice that can lead to deeper faith and reliance on God's wisdom. It invites us to let go of our need for control, to seek God earnestly, and to approach life with a sense of adventure and gratitude. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember that uncertainty is not something to be feared, but rather an opportunity to grow, connect, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding before us. The strength of community. Human beings are inherently social creatures, designed for connection and relationship. Throughout history, communities have played a vital role in shaping our experiences, providing support and fostering resilience. In times of difficulty, the strength of community becomes even more apparent. Surrounding ourselves with a supportive community can help us navigate challenging times and reinforce our trust in God, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggle. At the heart of a strong community is the principle of shared experience. When we come together with others who understand our challenges, we create a space where vulnerability is welcomed and empathy flourishes. In these moments of connection, we can share our burdens, express our fears, and seek guidance. This communal sharing not only lightens our load, but also fosters a sense of belonging. Knowing that others are walking alongside us can provide immense comfort and reassurance, reminding us that we are part of something larger than ourselves. Moreover, a supportive community serves as a source of encouragement and inspiration. When we face difficulties, it can be easy to become discouraged and lose sight of our faith. However, the presence of others who share our beliefs can reignite our hope and strengthen our resolve. Witnessing the faith and resilience of those around us can serve as a powerful reminder of God's faithfulness. Their stories of overcoming adversity can inspire us to trust in God's plan, even when our own circumstances seem bleak. In this way, community becomes a catalyst for growth, helping us to see the possibilities that lie ahead. In addition, a strong community provides practical support during difficult times. Whether it's through acts of service, emotional support, or simply being present, the tangible expressions of care from those around us can make a significant difference. When we are struggling, having people who are willing to lend a helping hand, offer a listening ear, or provide words of encouragement can alleviate some of the burdens we carry. This support not only helps us navigate our challenges, but also reinforces the idea that we are loved and valued, reminding us of God's provision through others. Furthermore, community fosters accountability and spiritual growth. When we surround ourselves with like-minded individuals who share our values and beliefs, we create an environment that encourages us to grow in our faith. In times of difficulty, it can be easy to retreat inward and isolate ourselves. However, a supportive community challenges us to remain engaged, to seek God together, and to hold one another accountable in our spiritual journeys. This mutual encouragement can deepen our relationship with God and strengthen our commitment to trust Him, even in the face of uncertainty. The strength of community also lies in its ability to provide diverse perspectives. Each individual brings their own experiences, insights, and wisdom to the table. When we engage with a variety of viewpoints, we expand our understanding of God's work in our lives. This diversity can help us see our challenges from different angles, offering new solutions and insights that we may not have considered on our own. In this way, community becomes a rich tapestry of shared wisdom, where we can learn from one another and grow together. Moreover, the act of serving within a community can also reinforce our trust in God. When we step outside of our own struggles to support others, we shift our focus from our problems to the needs of those around us. This service not only strengthens our connections, but also reminds us of the ways in which God is at work in the lives of others. It fosters a sense of purpose and fulfillment, reinforcing the idea that we are all part of God's plan. In serving others, we often find that our own burdens feel lighter and our faith is renewed. Community provides a space for collective prayer and worship, coming together to seek God's guidance, to lift one another up in prayer, and to celebrate His goodness can be incredibly powerful. In these moments of shared faith, we create an atmosphere of hope and trust, reinforcing our belief that God is present and active in our lives. The collective energy of a community united in prayer can be a source of strength, reminding us that we are part of a larger body of believers who are committed to supporting one another in our journeys. In essence, the strength of community is a vital component of our spiritual and emotional well-being. Surrounding ourselves with a supportive network of individuals can help us navigate difficult times, providing encouragement, practical support, and a sense of belonging. As we engage with one another, we reinforce our trust in God, reminding ourselves that we are never alone in our struggles. In the embrace of community, we find the strength to persevere, the courage to face our challenges, and the faith to believe in the goodness of God's plan for our lives. The promise of hope. Hope is a powerful force that can illuminate even the darkest moments of our lives. It is the light that pierces through despair, the anchor that holds us steady in turbulent times, and the promise that sustains us when we feel overwhelmed. Trusting God brings hope, reminding us that He has a plan for our lives that transcends our current understanding. This promise of hope is not merely a fleeting emotion. It is a profound assurance rooted in faith and the belief that God is actively working in our lives. In times of difficulty, it is easy to become consumed by our circumstances. We may find ourselves grappling with feelings of hopelessness, questioning our purpose, and wondering if there is a way forward. However, the promise of hope invites us to shift our focus from our immediate struggles to the greater narrative that God is weaving in our lives. It encourages us to look beyond the present moment and to trust that there is a divine plan at work, even when we cannot see it. One of the most beautiful aspects of hope is its ability to inspire resilience. When we hold on to hope, we cultivate a mindset that allows us to persevere through challenges. Hope empowers us to take the next step, even when the path ahead is unclear. It reminds us that our current situation is not our final destination. This perspective can be transformative, enabling us to face adversity with courage and determination. In the midst of trials, hope becomes a source of strength, propelling us forward and encouraging us to keep moving even when the journey feels daunting. Moreover, the promise of hope is deeply intertwined with the understanding of God's character. When we trust in God, we are reminded that He is faithful, loving, and sovereign. His plans for us are rooted in goodness, and He desires to see us flourish. This understanding fosters a sense of security, allowing us to rest in the knowledge that we are held in His care. Even when life feels chaotic, we can find solace in the truth that God is in control and that He is working all things together for our good. This assurance fuels our hope, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. Hope also has a communal aspect. When we share our stories of hope with others, we create a ripple effect that can inspire and uplift those around us. Our testimonies of God's faithfulness can serve as beacons of light for those who may be struggling in their own darkness. By coming together as a community of believers, we can encourage one another to hold on to hope, reminding each other of the promises that God has made. This collective hope strengthens our faith and reinforces the idea that we are part of a larger story, one that is filled with purpose and meaning. Additionally, the promise of hope invites us to engage in active waiting. Trusting God does not mean passively sitting back and doing nothing. Rather, it calls us to participate in the unfolding of His plan. This active waiting involves seeking God earnestly, praying for guidance, and being open to the opportunities that arise along the way. It encourages us to take steps of faith even when we cannot see the full picture. In this process, we often discover that hope is not just a distant promise, but a present reality that can transform our daily lives. Furthermore, hope can lead to a profound sense of purpose. When we trust that God has a plan for our lives, we begin to see our experiences, both the joyful and the painful, as part of that plan. This perspective allows us to find meaning in our struggles and to recognize that they can contribute to our growth and development. Hope encourages us to embrace our unique journeys, understanding that each step we take is significant and purposeful. It empowers us to pursue our passions, serve others, and make a positive impact in the world around us. The promise of hope reminds us that our lives are not defined by our circumstances, but by our relationship with God. In the darkest moments, we can cling to the truth that God is with us, guiding us and providing for us. This relationship is the foundation of our hope, allowing us to face uncertainty with confidence. When we trust in God's plan, we can rest assured that He is working in ways we may not yet understand, and that His ultimate purpose for our lives is good. In essence, the promise of hope is a transformative force that can sustain us through life's challenges. Trusting God brings hope, reminding us that He has a plan for our lives that transcends our current understanding. This hope empowers us to persevere, inspires resilience. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us hold on to the promise of hope, knowing that even in our darkest moments, God is at work, weaving a beautiful tapestry of grace, love, and redemption. Conclusion. As we come to the close of our time together, let us take a moment to reflect on the powerful truths we've explored today. Life is a journey filled with uncertainty, challenges, and moments that test our faith. Yet in the midst of it all, we have the incredible opportunity to trust in God, embracing the promise of hope that He offers us. We began by understanding the divine purpose behind our experiences, recognizing that every challenge serves a greater plan. We learn to choose faith over fear, understanding that our trust in God can empower us to rise above our circumstances. We discover the power of perspective, which allows us to see beyond our immediate struggles and recognize the lessons they bring. We also explore the role of patience, understanding that trusting God means waiting for His perfect timing, even when we desire immediate answers. We embrace the reality of uncertainty, realizing that it can lead us to deeper faith and reliance on God's wisdom. We acknowledge the strength of community, recognizing that surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals can help us navigate difficult times and reinforce our trust in God. Finally, we celebrated the promise of hope, which reminds us that even in our darkest moments, God has a plan for our lives that transcends our current understanding. As you leave here today, I encourage you to carry these truths in your heart. Trust in the divine purpose that is unfolding in your life. Choose faith over fear, and let that faith guide your actions. Shift your perspective to see the growth opportunities in your struggles. Practice patience, knowing that God's timing is perfect. Embrace uncertainty as a chance to deepen your relationship with Him. Lean on your community for support and encouragement, and hold fast to the hope that God's plans for you are filled with promise and potential. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. You are part of a larger story, one that is woven with purpose, resilience, and love. Trust in God and let His light guide you through the darkness. As you step forward, may you do so with courage, confidence, and an unwavering belief in the beautiful future that awaits you.